Hi, welcome. So, if you've seen my past videos from this day, which is Sunday, December 29th, I still have the same t-shirt on. I promise this is my last recording. I'm just trying to get everything organized as I start this channel and sort of my initial plan for what videos I'd love to record based on the day of the week. So I'm starting off strong, but not strong in the wardrobe. So I'll deal with that later. I just don't think it's important. I just want you to know, like, I'm aware that this t-shirt is showing up in all my videos today. So, but the intention of this video is, I'm calling it Monday Motivation. That may change. I'm just sort of coming up with some themes throughout the week that, you know, sort of create some variety within the week of intention setting. And so I'm recording these. I'm hoping to record them on the night before that I release them, so I can release them early in the day or the night before. But I'm done today. Like, there was a big day, and I'm very grateful for that. So I'm just going to record Monday Motivation tonight and post it in the morning. And so the intention really, it's going to be a brief reading because I really do need to get some sleep. I have a lot of clients tomorrow for my massage business. A lot of Thai massage and shiatsu, which is a lot of energy work, plus me moving bodies around, and I've got to have the stamina and get to do some exercise in the morning. So I've got to get to bed soon. So the motivation, the intention for the Monday Motivation is to really feel into what the energies are calling us to look at, but also like what's going to motivate us through Monday the 30th, December 30th, like motivate us to address, like is there something that needs to be addressed, or just to keep the faith, to keep going through to the end of the year, finish strong, like whatever that is for whoever comes across this video and needs to hear a message of motivation. That's the intention. So thank you. Oh my gosh, finish the year strong. We pulled the strength card. Thank you. Oh my gosh. The 10 of Wands. Talk about, we're at the finish line. All you gotta do is lay down those heavy wands and look up. You're right there. No more struggle. Oh, chills. The 8 of Swords. This can look a little daunting and fearful, but I don't read it that way. I'll get into that in a minute. Let's do a 4 card. I'm being called to that. Oh, King of Wands. That's full on power energy. And let's do an overall. Aw. 2 of Cups. I love that. So with this overall energy of the 2 of Cups, I'm just going to go see how it's union, partnership. There's like an equality here. There's just a whole symmetry to the whole thing. It's like the tenderness of the figure on the right. I think of it as a male figure reaching out and touching maybe the hand gently of the woman figure on the left, but who knows? Genders don't really matter in tarot so much. And then look at that lion with wings. It's like overall energy, lion, strength, and then this it looks like serpent, like the equal, like spiral nature, but equal balance nature of that serpent or whatever. I think it's got a name. I just always forget what it is, what that symbol is. It's like a balance to the whole thing, very balanced, very symmetrical. And these figures are coming together in equality and gentleness. And it's like this, the classic symbolism of this card is calling for balance and partnership. They're both wearing wreaths, like there's an acknowledgement there for each other, sort of like a mutual respect. I'm reading that right now. Anyway, so the overall energy is balance, like symmetry, equality, partnership, union, respect, strength. Now there's a strength, like an overarching strength of this partnership. So if that speaks to you in terms of maybe work or business, that's a good motivator for Monday to say, like, there's the symbol of strength and partnership is with you through whatever you might be contemplating in your work environment. Mondays, I think we often think of like the heaviness of having to go back to work. So that's why I like to have these motivating messages if Spirit wants to speak through to say, like, keep going. So and it is. So we pulled the Strength card. There is this, I love the Strength card because there's a tenderness about this as well, like a deep inner strength, knowing that we don't have to use force. We don't have to force our way through a situation. Like we have that quiet strength, that confident strength that doesn't need to be expressed in an aggressive way. It's like a quiet strength of knowing that we can handle whatever comes our way. We can slip on into Monday very calmly, very confidently, that we can handle whatever is thrown at us. I love this Ten of Wands. Like I said, it's sometimes signifies like we've been through a struggle. Like it's just like, we're reaching the end of our capacity or endurance for something. But it's like, wait a minute, lay it down. The weight's lifted. You're at the finish line. You're at success, 10, completion. Like, recognize it. You don't have to keep feeling the struggle of like where you've been and what it took to get to this point. You have strength, confidence, you're at the finish line. There's a completion, successful outcome. And this Eight of Swords sometimes can mean like feeling trapped, but kind of by our own thoughts. And these two kind of go hand in hand with me a little bit. Like the way I read these is like we're looking down, we're struggling. Look how these figures can't see what's right in front of them. It's like all of the mind, the struggle. Just open your eyes, remove the blindfolds, take off what's been making you feel constricted. Lay down those thoughts, those swords, the wands, and realize like there's a completion here. And this one is kind of like a letting go of fear. There's sometimes an uncertainty or a fear or just these thoughts that keep us so bound up and constricted. And it's like trying to find your sure footing. Like there's a little bit of this figure is partially on some land, partially on water. Kind of looks muddy, like the ocean, the tide has gone out and left us with some muddy, sort of like unsure footing. Plus we're blindfolded, we're not really seeing clearly. Our thoughts are keeping us kind of feeling trapped. I wonder if we kind of feel, this does feel kind of like a work situation. I'm not really reading it as, like, sometimes this could be a love partnership situation. I suppose it could be, but I'm not feeling that. It feels kind of like kind of dreading going into the beginning of the work week. You know how we can sometimes feel that way on a Sunday evening or Monday morning. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here, is that like there's maybe either somebody at work or a partnership that we really, it's like the overarching theme. It's like to come into partnership with those where we have a common goal. And I think that's where I'm reading into that respect piece. There's a mutual respect or appreciation of what somebody brings to the table. And that's really our motivator for the week. That's the guy. No matter what, we're like in the trenches here. Maybe we've been completing a project and maybe it's been a struggle. Like, it's been a struggle, and we're summoning up the strength to push through to the finish line and kind of release all of that anxiety, what we feel trapped by. Maybe like we felt like this project maybe would never end. I used to be a consultant in the business world and a big project manager for all these giant companies and giant budgets, and I didn't know how stressed I was until I reached the point of like, done, not renewing my contract, find somebody else, I need a break, kind of that burnout. And to me, these are kind of like burnout energies, and been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. But sometimes we can feel like, especially toward the end of the year, it's like budgets and the cycle of a financial year with a business. The end of the year might be that final push to the finish line. Even through the holidays, where we all just want to be like relaxed and kind of slide into home at the end of the year. I don't do sports. I don't know why. I just use the sports analogy. I was a band nerd. So I'm definitely reading that into the work situation. So if it resonates, take it. If not, if you want to read into this in a love situation, you can certainly, because there is that fiery passion here, which is, the King of Wands is all like passion, fire and fire. And so I also think of that as a strength. Like if we just like take off the blindfolds, like see that we are at the finish line, we can power through to the end for a successful outcome. We have all of that. We have the fire still. We're not burnt out yet. Not yet. This might be calling us to look at making some changes so that we don't burn out. Since we have a couple minutes, I know I said I was going to bed, but I really feel like if there's something deeper to be looked at here or said in terms of like burnout, and pushing through. Sometimes pushing through is like a bad habit, like just gotta power through. But not to the detriment of you, your teammates, your family, the people who rely on you for support. Maybe there's something to be said about burnout. Maybe not. We'll see. Thank you. The Mentor. What is this all about? That's interesting when we think about partnerships and the mentor in a work situation. I wonder if that's what this is really talking about. And I love that owl imagery. Oh, you gotta see this. These cards are too beautiful. Kim Krans. I can't recommend this deck enough. The Archetypes guidebook here. The teacher, the sage, the guru. It is said that cosmic knowledge pours down on the world like a giant illuminated waterfall. This can be an overwhelming force. The true teacher, though, it is said to be able to hold this flow of wisdom at bay while the student sips from a focused stream. The mentor archetype has a gift for reading the room, for sensing the exact ingredient that will stimulate growth within the student, whether pleasant or painful. The mentor may appear aloof or available, harsh or tender, humorous or rigid. Their gift is to know what serves the soul. Ultimately, the mentor is in service of the greater cosmic good and aids in the elevation of consciousness. Anytime the mentor forgets this humble link and mistakes themselves for the source of enlightenment, the archetype falls into shadow. So when light, focused, clear, bright, remains a student. When dark, self-serving, envious of youth, righteous, rigid. Go deeper. The riddles of Zen masters and their students. It's like a mentor, mentee, or student situation here. It's feeling even more like the culmination, like winding down a project, pushing through to the end. And what can we learn from maybe a mentor in our life? Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. The expressions feet of clay and cult of personality exist for a reason. Ooh. Keep in mind how easy it is to project power onto another. I wonder if that's like this power card and this strength as bookends. It's like, maybe it's saying like, you have the power within. Be careful of relying too much on a mentor situation or putting too much power. And this overall energy is calling for balance in that respect, like a mutual respect. Maybe you are at the same level and it's time to own into that power that you have, that wisdom. And the mentor maybe has helped you along to this point, but yeah, you don't probably need to rely on them as much as you think you do. Who knows? Although it's typically true that parents are our initial teachers, the child will eventually seek a mentor figure outside of the home to assist their growth. So if this isn't in the work world, if it's more in a spiritual setting, you can also read it that way. But I still feel like with these wands and swords, the partnership, the balance of that, mutual respect, mentor, it still feels very much like a work situation or some project. Maybe even if you're retired, it's some project, or maybe you're helping out with something, relying on all that expertise you've had. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, just keep going. But don't push through to the point of exhaustion. Just know that you have an inner well of strength that you can tap into. And I wonder, like, I haven't used these guys in a while. Let's see if they jumped out to me. Let's see if there's a message for motivation. Thank you. Blooming pathways. Embrace new opportunities and nurture growth like a blossoming garden. It can be kind of generic. But wands, it's interesting about this. I feel like it goes with this King of Wands. Embrace new opportunities. Oftentimes I think of wands as opportunities. It's like, and he's embracing one, like maybe there was a lot of different opportunities or different things you had to carry to the finish line. And it's like, or maybe in a project there were competing ideas and you feel like you have to give them all equal. Like, look at the equality here. I've got to treat them all equally and just keep pushing forward on all fronts. And it's like, no, we can choose one, embrace new opportunities, and nurture growth. We can't grow too many things at once. Maybe you have to choose the best opportunity. Or maybe pushing through on something that needs to come to completion here with this little bit of strength you have left toward the end of the year. We're able to lay that down, set it down, take off the constrictions, and now we can embrace something new and bring in something new for the new year. I feel like there's like the energies. There's a lot of different like complementary energies here. So this is a new oracle deck called the Seven Energies. Oracle of the Seven Energies. Let's just see if there's a message to sort of energetically tie this in to our Monday motivation. This kind of goes with the blooming pathways, roots of abundance. What's being revealed here? That's like the second card. Key concepts: being stabilized by deep roots, anchoring yourself and feeling secure in your life, trust and belief in abundance. This is that embracing new opportunities and nurture growth like a blossoming garden. So like there's an abundance wanting to come through here, an energy of abundance, and bringing, like embracing a new opportunity. And again, this like, we can only build these roots down if we can just like clear up space for the newness. This card signals you to pay attention to how you are anchored in the story of your life. Trust that you will be taken care of. The world is full of limitless potential and will nourish you according to your beliefs, regardless of temporary outer conditions. You are not a victim of life. Life happens for you, not to you, even if you sometimes slip into that way of thinking. See, this is a way of thinking that you're the victim. You are trapped. If you are grounded and internally steadfast, nothing can uproot you, and you have the ability to manifest your intentions with ease. The message here is simple. Your life is safe and secure. And you're safe even with your hands around the mouth of a lion. You don't fear anything. Your life is safe and secure, and your intentions are coming to fruition. It's all intention, that fire energy. All your hopes and dreams are firmly grounded and taking root so that you can reach for the stars in your life and expand your dreams further than you can imagine. Everything in the material world is a reflection of your interior world. You are unstoppable and unshakable because you believe that you are abundant. Know that you can easily move from merely surviving to thriving. Oh, talk about, this is just survival mode where you've felt like you've been there. But you can be thriving when you pay attention to staying grounded, rooted in the now. If you find yourself in ungrounded thinking, now is the time for radical trust. Oh, this is all about trust. I just got chills. This is all about trust. Radical trust. Growth never follows a straight line. You will manifest what you need when you need it. What just happened there? Did you see? Did some balloons just... Oh, that was weird. Let me do that again. Growth never follows a straight line. You will manifest what you... It happened again. The balloon... I wonder if it's going to show up in the video. What's happening? A tall, healthy tree doesn't need to hold on to the ground for dear life. It knows it will not fly away with the wind because its roots are planted deep in the earth. Man, that's really cool. I kind of really did tie that together in a very motivating message. This, again, I really think that drives the point home that this might be about a work or project situation where maybe you're not seeing the fruit, the outcome of all this hard work and this mind energy. And it's like, yeah, it's the roots of abundance and the strength and the trust needed. That's a really great it's a really great way to kind of bring this, whatever the situation is, to completion, is knowing that the abundance is there. You've put in the hard work. You still have the strength and endurance to manifest this new abundance out of this situation. I wonder if this is calling for you to seek out a mentor with the new project or path that's kind of coming from this. But again, it did say, be careful. I forget what it said. Be careful about putting all of your trust in another person in that mentor role, because you are filled with strength and wisdom, and this owl is all wisdom. So yeah, that's just good. There is a good outcome for whatever project you're dealing with. It's, you've put in the work. You don't have to keep pushing. You're at the finish line. Just look up. And the abundance is there. And you're going to embrace those new opportunities and that growth, being grounded. Keep tapping into that, being grounded energy. There's these are kind of pretty cards. Let's just see if there's a little question or a little pointer for how to stay grounded. Yeah, to root that abundance in. Does my time allocation match my priorities in life? Talk about groundedness. I feel like sometimes in the working world, especially if this is project related, everything in a business is a project. It's an initiative that you're working on or working with a team on. So it's calling something about time allocation and priorities, which priorities are kind of intention, the intention of being grounded means a balance of time and priorities. Is oftentimes if we're heads down, if we're just pushing, we're eating up all this time, but is it toward the right priority? Have we been putting too much time and effort into something that's not headed in toward abundance? So I think it's just saying, take a look at the balance of time and priorities, that intention of manifesting a successful outcome and or the new roots of abundance for the next thing to bring in. Just, make sure you're just not spinning your wheels on something that's not a priority. Yeah, it's a call to look at your time spend Because, man, this is all about like push, push, push. At the like, who cares how much time I'm spending, or like how much time maybe it's pulling me away from the other things I love in my life. Just push, push, push. What are my priorities in life? Is it family, friends, like self-time, self-care, time to read, have a hobby? Yeah, this is about bringing some balance in and being grounded. Balance is being grounded. Monday motivation. You've got all the tools here. It's all looking good. Yeah, just take a look at that. Well, anyway, I hope you have a great Monday. Thank you.